Set.
Hey guys, welcome to the Extreme Brothers podcast. We are your hosts, Miles and Jimmy, and this is our first ever episode. This is a podcast mostly based on mindset and motivation. We are Miles and Jimmy, like I said, and this is just to help people whoever want to whoever are trying to grow as a person or just, trying to get better with self-growth and self-education and get a stronger mindset and just be motivated to do the things they know they need to do to get to another level in life. We started this because when we first started our pool and landscape business and became entrepreneurs, one of the biggest things that helped us was podcasts, because they helped us a lot with the stress and understanding of things, and it helped change the mindset, and really not just with the business, it helps with everything, like just gym and like your planning in the day, and just other things, like your whole perspective on life and where you want to be and what your definition of success is. It helps with everything depending on how you use it and how you want to use it and where you want to be in life. Our first topic today, and our first topic ever, is called start. Why don't you start explaining a little bit about that, Jimmy?
Well, to start with, what does it mean? It means the beginning of something new, and a fresh start of something. And that's what we're basically doing with this podcast. This is our first ever time recording a podcast and posting it on the internet, and that's a start, And sure, we're gonna get better through time, but there's always a start, and that's what we're here to discuss about. Is the process of a start and how to get better at it, and how to learn and grow from the first ever start of something new.
Yes, and start, like he said, it's the beginning of something. It's a very important thing when it comes down to success and comes down to understanding or figuring out things. Let's talk about why. Why start? Why is this a topic that we're talking about? Why is this the topic? Why is this so important? Fresh start. It gives you, depending on what you're doing, it's a fresh start for a new beginning to advance in something, and it can help you learn, which could help you grow as a person. It can help with growth in that specific field of what you're starting in, and depending on what it is and how you use it, whatever you're starting in, and if you stay consistent, and if it's something very important to you, it could be life-changing. You have to start something to get somewhere. If you don't start at all, you have a 0% chance of getting to where you want to be. And if you start, even if you're at the beginning, because we all start somewhere, you're closer than if you were to not start at all. That's what you got to understand. You don't start, you're already automatically 0% chance. And a lot of people like to say that's 1 in a million, or compare themselves to other, oh, they're better than me, this and that. It takes hard work, and you got to understand, you could become the 1 in the million or whatever it is in whatever field or whatever thing you want to do or become successful in. And the people that are crazy enough to think that they can change the world or impact the world are usually the ones that do it. And it's just one of those things. It's the word start. You have to start to get anywhere in life and anything. And another thing is, when you start in anything, whatever it is you want, you can realize and understand a lot more about that specific thing that you wanted to do, and you could understand like a lot of the challenges and learn a lot of lessons, and you could just stay consistent and keep going and change your life and become better in that thing and actually reach your success. Or maybe it's something where you start it and you're like, okay, maybe this isn't a fuck yes. This is something that I don't want to do for the rest of my life. Or this is something that I'm starting to realize now this isn't what I want. And then you can move on to the next thing and stay consistent and just keep moving forward, seeking for success, seeking for what you want. But if you don't start, you don't get to any of that.
Yep, and another reason is another reason to why is learning and growth. You know, during this start, the new fresh start is you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn a lot of things. You're gonna learn yourself. You're gonna finally bring out the true self of you. You know, and that's where growth comes in. That's where you get to grow and either better yourself or challenge yourself. Because you may be at the bottom and you can get better, but you're already better. But you can challenge yourself to be even better. And that's where learning and growth comes in. Is you always learn. You always learn in life. And learning is a big topic with starting something new, because you're always going to learn. And
Yeah, exactly. Like you should be learning stuff every day.
if you don't start, you have a 0% chance of getting to where you want to be, and
Like
that's
like
huge.
David Joggins says. What does David Joggins say? He says you should do something he believes in doing something incredibly uncomfortable every day. At
Yep.
least once every day. And that's because he's challenging himself. He's doing something different every day that is going to teach him a lesson. He's learning, he's growing. And the main thing about starting and learning is just growth. That's all it is. You want to grow every day.
And another quote from him that I like is that once you feel fatigued or tired, you're only 40% done.
Yeah, I like
And
that too. Yeah.
it's real. Honestly, I experienced that, and I just play it back in my head. It's real. You just got to push yourself to the limits, and you're not gonna know those limits unless you start. You're not gonna
Yeah, until
know
you
any
reach them.
limits.
And the thing is, once you hit limits, you got to beat your limits. Because once
Yep.
you start hitting limits, you're going to realize if it's something you want, there is no fucking limits.
And
So
another reason
don't
this,
listen to the people. Yeah. So
and
what?
another reason to why is if you start, you're gonna get closer every single day. You're gonna beat your old self every single day. Because
Yeah.
you're always at war with yourself. You're not at war with somebody else. You're at war with yourself. And
Yeah. And once you start doing it, you're going to be more confident.
yep. And you got to focus on your self progress. You don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry if this guy's lifting more than you, or reading more than you, or doing this more than you. As long as you're doing better every single day and achieving to that better self, that's good. That's what you need. Is you need to just self improve every single day, and that's what's going to get you to a better life and a better start.
Yeah. And like Jimmy was saying, like, focus on yourself. You got to understand the only competition is yourself. Because at the end of the day, like, nobody else can get your success for you. Nobody else can start that business you want to start, or start going to gym for you, start that diet that you want to start those good habits like waking up early and reading and planning and journaling. All those things, nobody else can do it but you. You start it, you stay consistent, you gain confidence, you get better, and you beat yourself every day. You're better than the person you were the day before and the week before and the month before. And next thing you know, you're in a totally different place that you wanted to be at, like somewhere that you were thinking about this 6 months ago, and now you're there and you're like, holy shit. I never thought I'd have this business. I never thought I could squat 400 pounds, or, I never thought I would finish these 2 books. I never thought that I would, all these things, like have this like amazing life, like just all the things you have, all the items, the
Yeah.
people.
And another reason to start is because you never know. Do we may think we know, but we don't know. Our minds think, oh, what if this, or what if that, or something like, oh, I know this isn't gonna work for me, this and that. No, you don't know, and that's why you start, because you get to know if you can or not, and if you have the right mentality, I guarantee that you can do it. I guarantee that you could start and
Yeah.
succeed from it.
Yeah, and another thing that goes with the whole mentality part that we'll talk about later in different topics that we have, discipline. Discipline is what's actually going to get you there. And what I mean by that is, are you staying consistent? Are you doing the things you know you should do? And then are you stopping the bad habits? Because motivation only lasts so long. Like a lot of people will tell you, a lot of successful people will tell you, because there's going to be days where you're absolutely not motivated. But you got to remember why you started, and you got to um, be disciplined to keep going, because on your worst days, those are the days that are going to show in the future. That's going to change your future, because you quit one day, that could change a whole week, a whole month. You never know. But if you stay disciplined and consistent, you keep working, you'll get to where you want to be. Um, so do you have anything else you would like to add, Jimmy, on the why topic?
I think we covered all the whys, honestly.
All right. So that's why this is such an important topic. Start. This is why we're talking about it. This is why it's important. Now we're going to talk about how. So how are you going to take this topic, this word, and the meaning behind what we just, like everything we talked about, and put it into your life? How are you going to put it into the things you want to do? First off, you got to ask, what is it that you want to do and why? If you do not have a why behind what it is, it's not strong enough. It's not going to keep you going. You need to have that why in the back of your head, that when things get tough, you go, why did I start this? Why am I actually doing this? And it has to be so strong that it keeps you going on your worst days. And next thing you got to do, how important is this to you? How important is this why to you, this goal, on a scale of 1 to 10? And is it a fuck yes or a fuck no? When you think of this thing, do you go, fuck yes, I want to do this? Or do you go, maybe, or fuck no? Because once it's a maybe and you're having doubts about it, it's automatically fuck no. It's either a fuck yes or a fuck no. And if it's maybe, it's fuck no. So you look at something and it's just something, every time you think about it, like you just like can't get your mind off it, and you're like, fuck yeah, that's awesome, dude. I want to do that. Like that would be awesome if I could hit that level. If it's that, you already know you have to hit that and you have to go for it and just start. With this topic, the word, if it's a fuck yes, start and you will get somewhere. You don't start, like me and Jimmy said, you have an automatic 0% chance of getting to anywhere. Another thing goes, write down your goals. Yeah, write shit down. So write where you want to be, write down your goals and look at it every day, and remember every day that's what you're going for. And that will also help you remember your why. Another thing that helps with that is your top 3 goals. So this came from one of our podcast creators that we listen to. His name is Rob Dial. And he was telling us, like he was talking about top 3 goals of the day. He writes on a little white, what's it called, Jimmy? Like a little white card, like a flashcard. Yeah, that's what it's called, flashcard. And you wake up every day, and after his morning routine, you write down your top 3 goals of the day. Go to gym, it could be drink water, it could be go to school, but it has to be your top 3 goals. What are the most important 3 things of today? And he tries not to do anything else before he hits those goals. And he tries to execute those 3 goals on the day. He puts it in his pocket. He puts it in his journal. He carries it with him wherever he is until he checks them all off for the day, and then he can hit his to-do list. Because once he hits those top 3 important goals, those are the most important things of the day. Now he can get on his other goals of the day, hit his to-do list, and get shit done. So that's a really important thing, and it's helped me. I've been doing it for months now, and it helps me execute a lot of things, and it just reminds me every day when I look at it, and it keeps me going for those specific important goals of the day rather than getting distracted by the other to-do things, the to-do lists. One really important thing, of how to start also is stop bad habits, stop sleeping in, stop smoking, stop like all these bad things. Before we get into that topic, like the starting and stopping bad habits, I'm gonna let Jimmy jump in on what we just covered and let him say what he has to say on those other topics that I just covered.
Yeah, like Miles said, is you gotta remind yourself why you did it and why you do it. And one quote that I like to say is do what you gotta do to do what you want to do. That's a huge quote that I always say to myself because you gotta do what you gotta do. To do what you want to do. You might want to go to the beach or party or go shopping, but you can't do that until you do what you gotta do, to make that happen. And it's huge. That's a huge quote, and that's what people need to go by. And for the fuck yes and fuck no, that's basically what you gotta do with everything. That's basically a good way to do something. Like say you gotta ask out a girl, but is she a fuck yes or a fuck no? Say you have this decision. You have two decisions for your business or for anything, and you got to tell yourself which one's a fuck yes or which one's a fuck no. If one's a fuck no, then go with the other one because obviously it's going to be a fuck yes. And if they're both fuck no's, then find something else because there's always different options. And also one that we didn't say is look at goals every day. You gotta look at your goals every day to remind yourself. Not your top 3 goals, like he said. Your other goals, like your long-term goals. Like, I want to be 200 pounds by 3 months, 4 months. Those type of goals. Like, I want to have $1,000 in the bank. That's those type of goals that you write down on a whiteboard or a big poster, and you can look at those every single day when you wake up and every single day when you go to sleep. And that's huge because that's going to rewire your mind and it's going to give you the why, and that's just going to tell you, motivate yourself every single day to do what you got to do because you have those goals. And also with looking at your goals every day, make sure you're writing it down. Make sure you write all your goals down, and don't type your goals out. If you're on the computer writing your goals down and stuff like that, that's not going to work. It's different from writing it on a piece of paper because you're actually writing it down. You're telling your brain to write it down, which tells your brain, hey, this is
It's like
serious.
it's in person. It's visible. It's like a physical thing in the world now once you write it down on paper.
And another thing is you can write goals down and put them there, but you might not be moving the needle, moving that goal upwards until you finally hit it. And it's basically like saying, are you going to talk the talk and walk the walk, or just talk the talk but not walk the walk? And that's what you gotta have the discipline to do, is talk the talk and walk the walk on all those goals that you put down. And if you don't do that, then you're not going to get anywhere in life, or anywhere in your goals and your dream physique or your dream money goals.
Yeah, and
And
like he said, moving the needle. That's going to be one of the really important topics that we talk about later. But
yeah,
it's like, are you just reading your goals every day, or are you reading them and like thinking about them and just fucking every day making sure you do your best and work your hardest towards what you need to do it and move the needle. Um, yeah.
make sure you always have that drive,
Yeah, have
that
that drive,
drive.
have that discipline, like we said before, have that why. The why is going to be your drive. It's going to be that one thing when you're down, or, you know, when things are getting stressful or hard, you just go, why did I start this? And then you're fucking back on track and you just keep going, stay disciplined, because once you do that, you will get to where you want to be.
Yep.
And yeah, that's basically that. And just remember, this is all how we start. This is a part of the topic today. Start. Um, this is how you do it. You gotta write down your goals. You gotta have that mentality. Fuck yes, fuck no. Write shit down, and you gotta ask yourself, is this what I want, or is it a no? and just go for it, because that's how you start. If you're doing the wrong things, if you're doing things that you don't know if you should be doing it, you're not starting right. You need to actually sit down with yourself and have a conversation with yourself and think and start these things.
And this is what we actually do. This is what we did and do every single day. This isn't stuff that we just look up on the internet, or we're just saying. We actually do this. So this is why. This is how we created the Extreme Pools and Landscape business. This is how we're building the brand. This is how we're building the podcast and other businesses that we're going to get into in the future. That's how we're doing it. Is we're taking all this advice that we're telling you guys, and we're doing it with ourselves as well. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's
not
just
like
not
we're
out
just
of our asses.
we're not
real
just
shit.
saying stuff to say it, and we're not going to say that we know everything. I mean, most of you guys listening, we're us from school and stuff. We're not saying we're perfect. We know everything. We're not millionaires. We're not, anywhere close to where we want to be, but we are starting and we are hitting our goals every day, and that's all there is to it. And we wouldn't have started a Mindset Motivation Extreme Brothers podcast if we weren't serious. And if we were telling you lies, or if we were telling you things that we aren't doing every day, we wouldn't start this if we weren't doing it ourselves. So just remember that, and we're just trying to help, and we just hope the best for you guys, and we hope that we can help you. We hope that we are helping you, and you can take our knowledge and use it for you too, and just improve in everything you want to improve in. And we're trying to do the same thing. We're all in the same field. Everybody's trying to be better every day than who they were the day before.
We're not also we're teaching, and we're also learning from it. We also get something in return. It's learning. We learn. And how to improve our podcast, how to improve our editing skills, how to improve, all this stuff. We're not just teaching. We're also learning at the same time. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah, we're learning in everything we do every day. And we have a brand coming soon. We just started it, the topic. We started the brand. It's not like we're advanced in it. It's not like everybody's going to want to buy it. It honestly isn't the best thing. It's just it's just our name on it, Lift. That's all it is. And, we're going to advance later on. But right now it's a start. It's a beginning. It's where we know we need to be to get to where we want to be. And you got, like Jimmy said earlier, you got to do the things you need to do what you want to do. It's we're all starting, and that's why it's an important topic.
And also, you're gonna fail. You got to accept that fact. But you got to keep going from that. We're starting. You're gonna fail a lot in the beginning of starting. It's just nature, and there's nothing to block that or move away from that. And when you fail from starting, it's how you learn from it. That's what I just said in the beginning is learning from it. You got to learn from your mistakes and your failure, and that's how you build and grow. Your start, and you just got to accept failure. You got to know that it's going to come, and that you're going to take a big hit, but you're strong enough because it's going to come.
You can try your best to avoid it.
Yeah.
Maybe you will have low failures. You will have one in a while, but you could either take it as I failed and I'm going to down myself, or you could say I win some and I lose some. You could say, instead of I lost, I learn a lesson. Every time you lose and you learn a lesson. You win and you learn lessons. You don't win and lose. You win and you learn lessons. That's how you got to take it. Every loss is a lesson. Move on. You didn't lose. You took a loss, yes, but you got to tell yourself, I didn't lose. I learned a lesson, and I'm going to fucking win next time. And you just keep moving, and you keep trying to be better. And that's what's going to get you to where you want to be. You're going to lose, but take it as a lesson. Yep. And don't down yourself. And that's really in anything. That could be sports. That could be I don't freaking know. If you're a video gamer, dude, whatever you are, anything you do, a gamer, anything.
Yeah, you just
weight competitions,
And I'm not saying, feel just make yourself
just accept failure, go fail. Yeah.
It's
go fail.
Yeah, don't just try not to fail. Like have your mindset, I'm not gonna fail. But when it comes to the point where you might fail or you might take a little hit, you're strong. You're
It's a
built for it.
lesson. Yeah.
You're built for it. You know it's gonna. You know it's gonna come. You gotta get yourself unstuck. You know what I'm saying? Be that 4x4.
Yeah.
You know.
Get that 4x4. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And like they say in the stock market, a big thing is like you gotta try. Can't remember exactly what Warren Buffett said, but he says the main thing is you just can't lose money. He says it doesn't matter if you're not making a lot, but you can't lose it. So don't make mistakes. What he's saying is there's already so many people that made many mistakes, all the mistakes. And he's saying, look at your mentors, look at the people that already made these mistakes, read the books, get the knowledge, and what are the mistakes that people made in the thing that you're trying to do, and try to avoid what they did and do what they said is the right thing to do to get to where you got to go, and you will avoid more losses and you will know the better things to do. But that does not mean you will not get one or two or more failures on your own. You're gonna get it. You don't know everything,
Yeah.
but that's how people learn. That's how the billionaires and the successful people and everybody, like all those people at the top, learn. They failed more than we even know, but they're at where they want to be now. So that's all that matters.
You can't let your mind control you when it says, "Oh, this is a stupid idea," or "This is totally wrong." You're not like this. You're not supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing something else. Just listen to what your heart says and listen to what you truly want deep down inside. Truly,
Yes.
That. What are you fighting for? Are you fighting for success? To help people out? Are you fighting because you lived in a poor neighborhood and you're trying to get your mom out of that poor neighborhood, or your parents, or anybody, your brother or sister, anybody. You're gonna have that drive, and you always have to remember, keep that drive in you, and you'll succeed. I promise you.
Yeah. All right. So let's get back on this how. So like we said, how to start, how to get better in something, how to keep going is stop the bad habits. Stop sleeping in. If you're smoking, that could, if you're trying to hit a financial goal or you're trying to get healthier, smoking could ruin that goal for you, and you can't even start because when you're smoking, you're ruining your health and you're spending a lot of money on it. Um,
Drinking as
Eating,
well.
like if you're drinking, any bad habit with drugs, alcohol, anything like that. Eating, you could have an eating habit that's really bad. If you're trying to hit a fitness goal, get a six pack and be 280 pounds built in bulk, if you're eating fucking the wrong shit, you're not drinking a lot of water and you're only working out 4 days a week, it also goes with working out. So working out and eating, those bad habits isn't going to get you to your goal, and you're not starting. If you don't have that why that's going to drive you, if you don't have that why that's going to make you just get up on your worst days and work out 6 days a week, it's going to make you eat the salad and the greens and take your supplements and work out a lot. Like you need to get that why. You need to stop the bad habits. And one of the things you need to do after you stop those bad habits, start the good habits. So reverse it. Wake up early, eat right, start, meditating can help, going to gym, eating right, being grateful can help. Take your health to a new level, because health can actually impact your business. It can impact anything else in your life, because once you get your health right, you'll notice it starts to impact more things than just your health, because you're more energized, you're more ready for things, you're feeling more confident, and you're going to go attack your goals with a whole nother level. So just take the bad habits and reverse it, turn it to good habits. And yeah, so that's on the how for the bad and good. What do you think, Jimmy? What do you guys say on those?
Oh yeah, with the eating part, with the eating disorder, you might go buy, $100 worth of fast food in a week. You might spend $100 on that, or $200, because you like fast food, you love it. You like eating Burger King, McDonald's, this and that. And turning that to a good habit is by, for example, like going to the grocery store and buying good, nutritious food for a lesser price, and it's gonna, last you as long as a week or 2 weeks, depending how much you buy. And it's healthy, it's nutritious, it's gonna help your mindset and it's gonna help your body, and that's an example of stopping a bad habit and starting a good habit. You know, um, same with coffee. If you know that you have a low income but you love coffee and you go to Starbucks or Dutch Bros every single day, just go to the store, buy some coffee, and make your own coffee. That's gonna save you a lot of money. But at the same time, if you like going out and getting real coffee, just you can that just depending on your income and you know all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
um,
but that goes more on the financial side that we're going
yeah,
to talk about later. That's a good habit though. Increase your income. Stop spending your money on cigarettes and stop spending your money on the bad habits and start spending your money that you were using on the bad habits on the good habits.
also,
And also like when it comes to what was I gonna say? Like
gratefulness.
fudge. No, I had something to do with smoking. Um, I really can't.
Well, anyways, we'll let Miles remember. Uh, so being grateful is a huge thing that you could put in your life. Is be grateful for everything. Wake up, wake up, go outside, smell the air. Smell the nature, and just take a few deep breaths, meditate, and be grateful for the day. You know, and it's also if you're having a really shitty day and you can't find anything that makes you happy, just take a second, step back, look around you, and find something you can be grateful for. You know, say for example is say your tire popped in the woods, right? Maybe you can, and it's just, it's you're pissed off, you're very sad, so you just take a step back, look around you, and be grateful for what you're looking at. Be grateful and have that positive mentality that everything would be all right. It's just
Yeah,
you just
everything
gotta be
happens
grateful.
for a reason. Depends how you view it.
Yeah, you just gotta be grateful. It's just gonna get you to a better life. Just we gotta be grateful because we can't take things for granted. Everything's just we just can't do that. And we also gotta be grateful
Yeah,
because we only have
whatever.
one life.
Yeah, as of what we know, we only have one life. God or the universe, whoever you believe in, or whatever you believe in, is we really don't know what we're here for, and all we know is to be happy and do the things that we know that makes us happy as humans, and that means do the right things and do what we know we need to do and be better people, and just have fun. Live life, do the things you want to do, live a fulfilled life because you do not want to regret it when you get older. You do not want to regret, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. You could do it right now, and then you could say in 40, 50 years from now, I fulfilled what I wanted to fulfill. And yeah,
Uh, you
it's all
think
about just doing the things you love, doing the things you know you need to do, and being happy.
uh, is that all the
Huh?
topics,
What,
Miles?
Jimmy?
Is that all the topics we talked about? Are we all set?
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much for now. We'll touch more deeper on some later, and there's a lot of other things that we want to talk about. Um, we we have really important things to talk about. Well, anyways, like we said, this is what the topic was, why we're talking about it, and how to like put it into your life and actually use it for yourself. I hope we hope that it helps in some sort of way, and either way, we thank you for listening. Um,
Thank you very much.
we thank you very much for listening and supporting us and just taking your time to come listen to our first episode, and we hope to see you at many more, and that we could help you with anything you need help in and to impact you in any sort of way. And
If you like this podcast, and you want to share it to your friends, please do on Apple, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Just share it to a friend or family member. It'd be really great.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything you could really share on. Yeah, someone that they could use this information and it would help them a lot, or just really spread the word and get it out so we could get this podcast out there and just grow as a podcast and get up there and get better. That would be great, and we thank you for helping. So, all right, well, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
It's been a great ride.
Have a great day, guys, and thank you for everything. And peace out, dude.
Peace.
You got anything to say, Jimmy?
I
Peace.
don't know.
Peace. Have a great day, guys. And
see you later, man.